Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is round 5 of the Wargame Cup 2012, put up by Eugen Systems, and this is the map Blitz. And since this is the first matchup to be faced on the Blitz map in the round 5 that I will be covering, so a little bit of map analysis. You'll note that the entry point is directly close to the big 5 point. The other entry points on the map are all pretty crappy. There's a 1-pointer here that leads into a 3-pointer. There is a 2-pointer here that leads into an attack path into this 3-pointer. So there are so many ways this map can be played. First off, a person can take Delta and go straight for Charlie. In doing this, what ends up happening is that both players cancel out Charlie, and neither player gets it, and both players end up with a 1 point. So generally speaking, a player is going to move from Delta over to Golf, which is a little bit further away, but note, there is no road directly connecting these 2 points. So with the move fast command, you can actually rally units closer. This will actually be a faster location for middle. And in this instance, you have 2 players getting 2 points, not so much. Alternatively, some players may go for Bravo and Alpha. And this gives another striking position to take out Charlie, but also swing in and neutralize Echo. This secondary tactic will allow the opponent to get a stranglehold on the opponent's economy and reinforcement. Both of these tactics playing the map are very good. They're not the only ways to play them, but that's 2 looks at this map. It's a very simple map. It's called Blitz. It's very wide, so artillery is not going to do so hot. But with this central location, artillery will do good, mostly because there's only like 1 bush here and 1 little town area, meaning that there's not going to be many places you can hide units. It also means that units like anti-tank, anti-air are going to do extremely good in securing this middle location because there's really not a lot of cover along these banks. This map is called Blitz, and without further ado, we'll introduce our opponents in this first Wargame Cup match round 5. First, we have playing NATO, Tschorchiboy, Tschorchiboy. Maybe the T is silent, like sorry. Tschorchiboy. We'll call him Tschorchiboy. And of course, we have playing as red, also NATO, Mr. Bentguru. Bentguru, of course, very noted for doing rushes. He did a slightly different, modified version of it last round, but it's all basically the same thing. He uses a handful of marder vtsis with a rank 1 veterancy. He uses another handful of other anti-tank weaponry. He uses some anti-aircraft weapons, generally these marder roll-ins with their rockets, specifically just to counter aircraft. They also have the splash damage, so they do very well. And he's been mixing in some of these Weasel MK20s as well. Last matchup, he mixed in a little bit of infantry, but roughly the same thing. In fact, looks like he's going to not get the other group of anti-tank weaponry. And from Tschorchiboy, we see a lot of infantry. And a lot of infantry. And did I say a lot of infantry? There's a little bit of anti-aircraft units here. And it looks like that Tschorchiboy is going to try and all-in Bentguru. Now, we did see this last time. It was infantry, and Bentguru was actually really well prepared for it. He brought in his own group of infantry, and because of that, he was able to deal with it very effectively. However, this time, no infantry, so it could be a problem. Of course, Bentguru's style is very famous, very infamous, in fact, for its ability to just completely screw people over so effectively, so fast. And people have been preparing ways of getting rid of him for quite some time. So immediately we see 2 flanks coming out here from Tschorchiboy. He's got 1 coming here on the western flank, and it has in fact been spotted by Bentguru. He's got the recon helicopter picking that off. And we have a 2nd flank coming here from the east. So he's going to go for some sort of a surround strategy. Now keep in mind, Bentguru is not entirely all-in. He's not as all-in as his opponent is. He does have 2 commands on the map. So Bentguru, going into this fight that will be coming up, will have somewhat of a disadvantage. The fact that he spotted this is very good on him. That means that he'll be able to probably move a lot of these units to safety. Actually, he's going to get a gunship helicopter, 2 of them, and this will allow him to pick off some of these infantry. A mutt coming forward, also spotting this flank, this very dangerous flank. And yes, he's going to pull everything back. Everything's come back. All the weasels have come back. The marder rolling twos are the only things that are seemingly staying. Maybe he used to slow down. Not sure what he's got in his mind. He's keeping the command in the forest here, which is kind of weird. I don't know if that's just a... Nope, okay, it's going to go as well. Might get caught. All these infantry, of course, are on the move fast command, so they'll be moving much, much faster. And Bentguru consolidating his forces around his base. There is some defense here for Tschorchiboy, so no kind of helicopter play will change this game. And it is on destruction mode, so if Bentguru is defeated here by Tschorchiboy, it's over. And with this rush, he also has been rallying some of these Wiesel MK20s as well. And whoa, a group of marder ones as well. So we're seeing a lot of units getting rallied in. And here we go, marder vtsis winding up on these infantry, doing all the damage. And it doesn't take much. It does not take many infantry to actually screw this over. And they're actually getting funneled in. They're not being microed effectively. I think Tschorchiboy has been caught a little off guard by Bentguru's play here. And he's getting a side sweeping angle. And of course, these vehicles take extremely high damage from the side here. And now Bentguru is microing his units away, trying to keep picking units off. He's got to do a lot more of this though. Bentguru rallying in some infantries. Got some Wiesel MK20s just pounding on these infantry vehicles and infantry. And it's going to be hard for Tschorchiboy. He needs to get those Wiesel MK20s and those marder ones up to the front immediately. And here we go, big giant dump is going to happen. And here they are all dumped on top of the central location. We see the command armor for Bentguru is being run away, but it is being chased. No, it's being routed. Wiesel MK20s are getting pulled back. We still have this central flank here, which is chasing forward, pounding at these marder roll-ins. So good of a pick-off here. The marder vtsi, of course, will kill these martyrs and cause a big, significant advantage. Bentguru already in the lead. However, he's not out of this yet. His Fusiliers are deployed, acting as a buffer between this giant group of infantry and all his command armors. And he's spreading his command armors out. It looks like one of his command armors is in fact down. And it's just this one command armor alive. And actually, this could be the day that Bentguru gets eliminated from the tournament. If that's... No, actually there's a command armor right here going for Charlie. Bentguru going for the high point when he's getting all in. Only Bentguru do that. And in fact, Tschorchiboy is actually cleaning up every single one of Bentguru's forces here. And Bentguru is desperately trying to get this command armor away. All the while, the bulk of Bentguru's forces are at middle. There is no reinforcement point here for Bentguru, and the map is looking very blue and very scary. This could be it for Bentguru. Losing this command armor would not be the end of the game because there's one more command armor, but it would not help. It would not help at all. He's doing what he can with what he has. The Wiesels are kiting these infantry, and the infantry fighting vehicles are coming in on top of the command armor. Does he actually see it though? That's the question. Does Tschorchiboy see it? He does. And Tschorchiboy has done the right click. He's chasing down with these vehicles. The Wiesel MK20 coming in to trying to do some support. He needs to get it to echo quickly to get a lot of units out. All the while, he will be at middle, holding out with what he has. And I don't know if that's the right choice. It's hard to say. This is a lot of infantry. The vehicles have stopped, and they're pounding on this Wiesel MK20. And in fact, Tschorchiboy is taking a pretty good position lead. However, his own position is not so hot. He's hiding his infantries, his vehicles in the woods here in fear of getting all in. He only has one command vehicle himself, and realistically, he has to take out the units at middle. And it's kind of scary because his Wiesel MK20s are all out of fuel, and these are his valuable vehicles. And on top of that, his infantry are all spread out, and the vehicles are kind of half tanked. It's going to take a long time for him to get these vehicles around. And so let's speed this up a bit and see if the command armor in fact gets away. The suspense is killing me. And gearbox hit. Looks like the command armor will go down. And wow! It was running out of fuel anyway. And so now Bentguru in a weird position. He's actually going to use these marder vtsis, however, to pick off what he can. He sees the Wiesel MK20s being dumped. And here we go. This is the end of the game, people. Coming in from all corners, all flanks, we see lots of these TPZ folks rushing forward. Paratroopers are intercepting, doing moderate amounts of damage, but really not enough. They're able to clean through. Marder vtsis in the front, picking off these columned units as they go on the move fast command, heading straight for the FV-105 Sultan, which is narrowly escaping this crazy all-in of infantries. And the vehicles are actually getting just sniped down by these marder VTSIs one by one. Command vehicle moving across the river might reposition itself to take this point again. Paratroopers doing fairly high amounts of damage, and all the TPZ folks are down. It's only just infantry on the map left here for Tschorchiboy. He's still in a very good position. He just really needs to relocate and take Delta. In fact, he does that, and he might actually be able. He only has to rally out like a helicopter, and here we go. Here's the helicopter. Speak of the devil. If the helicopter can pick up his command armor, that's it. That's game, and that would be the end for Bentguru, and Tschorchiboy would get the praise of the general community. Bentguru is a respected member of the community, but he's also the most hated member of the community. It's one of these little catch-22s, if that's the appropriate word. His all-inning scares the crap out of people, and people generally don't want to face him. But at the same time, they respect that he's a high-quality player, that he micros really well, and that he has lots of experience. Gazelle helicopter pounding on the Sultan. Is anything available here for Bentguru, or is this it? Is this going to be a slow death for Bentguru? Nato to VTSIs. He needs these weasels, but they're empty. Weasels, of course, have small fuel tanks. If he can actually get this, this is how slow this is going to go. If he can get this command armor here at Gulf, he can rally some anti-air units, and he did have anti-air units. Here's some marder rolling twos moving up. They do have a very high range, so they should be able to pick off this helicopter. There's only like 4 hit points left on this command armor. In fact, the command armor might actually kill the Gazelle himself. Talk about a little bit of an on-micro diss here. Command helicopter down 2 hits, going down 3 hits, 1 hit left, and actually, no, the command armor's dead. That's game. No, 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 no! Bentguru actually rallies out a command armor. He rallied out a command armor, having spent about 5 minutes here at Charlie, gaining 5 points. He spends that money on a command armor, and he's still in the game. I'm pretty sure Tschorchiboy is pretty blown right now and a little bit confused. There's not really a clear indication of what just happened there. And now, actually, things are kind of getting interesting, because if he can get some supply vehicles out here, he can resupply all this, and he can actually just go in for Delta and get the command armor. All the while, the bulk of the army for Tschorchiboy is either out of fuel or walking, and I'll tell you what, there's no move fast command on walking. They run non-stop, and they don't go very far. The bulk of infantry look like they're gonna get picked off one by one by Bentguru here. Not looking too good. There's a lot of vehicles here, and he's going to do a lot of damage. It's still a very even matchup, all things considered. Bentguru's lost 2 command armors so far, and he's still in the game, which is just bizarre. And he's actually going to take this 2 points, so he's going to get an economic lead once again on Tschorchiboy. And these command snipes that Tschorchiboy has been getting have been relegating to being relatively useless. Keep in mind, I'm pretty sure Bentguru actually physically shat his pants. His pants are dirty, they need to be washed, and he might just consider burning the undies and buying a new pair for $2 at the local Walmart. This is a fairly scary flank of units, by the way. I mean, it is moving slow, but it's moving. And yeah, it's getting gunned down. It's getting killed cost effectively. But if this actually reaches anything, it kills it. These are all those scary units. The Jagers, which of course are your anti-tank infantry. Your Hermatschützens, which of course are your other group of anti-tank infantry. Now, this is a lot of anti-tank infantry, period. Some of them have concussive grenades that do this. Stun damage, which just locks people down. And this should be the moment where this Weasel MK20 dies. I mean, it's completely out of ammunition. It does have a little bit of fuel, but it doesn't really have enough to get anywhere. There's another one in the woods here, and it's just not looking good. There's still Saracens here. There's still some paratroopers here. Once the grenade, this is one of the weird things about grenade damage. Grenade damage is area effect. So the fact that Tschorchiboy has so many units means that even though he has more units, he'll take more damage overall from grenade damage. Kind of a weird thing. And here we go. Bentguru taking a small lead in points, and looks like Tschorchiboy is just going to continue rushing these infantry forward. And even the fact that Tschorchiboy is still in this is kind of crazy. And even the fact that Bentguru is in this is still crazy. Basically, both of these players were in situations where they should be done. if an infantry rush fails, like this is pretty at the point of fail. You have to kill with an infantry rush. If it fails, that should be it. Flak Panzer, oh my god, he's going totally all in. So he took the Flak Panzers from his command vehicle, and he's rushing them forward into the giant group of marder VTSIs and losing them. So in fact, Tschorchiboy is completely all in. He realizes this. He knows that Bentguru has the 2-point position here. He has better units. He's just doing all around better right now. And these infantry are going to get shot down pretty fast. There's one weasel. There's two weasels there. There's three weasels here and a marder VTSI. Of course, that one's empty. They will be chopping down this numbers. In fact, I suspect this army's already been cut down in a third. By the time it actually reaches Bentguru, it will not be as scary. And you can even see like there's a lot of weakened units here, a lot of stun units. This is a 3. This is a 9, 8. There are very few 10s, and that's this. When you're looking at the infantry, look at the number to the right of their name. That indicates how many members are left of the squad. And there's just not a lot of 10s there. There's a lot of 9s, there's a lot of 8s and 7s, but there's not a lot of 10s. And I'm kind of surprised. Oh, here we go. This is what needs to happen. A supply vehicle to resupply these key vehicles and keep them in the game. All the while, Tschorchiboy is doing the right thing, running his command armor off to a hiding location. Because he's all in. He can't do anything. There's no point in getting points. And he's going to use a single helicopter. Not going to be very effective. There's 2 marder rolling 2s here, and they're going to get refueled. And it looks like a lot of these infantry are kind of in a problematic situation. They're not moving forward anymore. I'm guessing he's just kind of given up on this. He's also running through a bottleneck, which means that he's going to have insanely high losses. They should come out at here, and that's where the firing of the Weasel Mk20 should start. And yeah, he should be mostly screwed. It appears that, despite all things, Bentguru still has this, and it's kind of crazy. It's a little bit crazy. I don't think he's had a match as hard as this recently. In fact, he's using this armored supply truck to actually resupply these vehicles, and here we go. Tschorchiboy is moving up his infantry. If Bentguru kills all these infantry, Tschorchiboy might as well just quit. Might as well. All the while, we have very good positions here from Bentguru, something that you generally don't see from Bentguru, because Bentguru does a lot of open field micro with his units. He doesn't actually put them in positions and strike on locations. That's tactical. That's not something he would do. Instead, he goes on skill and micro. And in fact, the first round of our Matra VTSI fire takes out a squad. And where's he going? Is he going to actually try and spread them out a bit? Hemet comes in time. Here comes the insane damage. Marder VTSI, about half up. And now he's going to be able to micro. And a Bentguru micro is about 10 times scarier than a normal person micro. One sneaky infantry coming around the other bridge. And, yep, here comes the micro. He's rushing his vehicles away. He's saved them. And now he's going to be able to pick apart this giant army of infantry, which is weakened. They'll die, a lot of these will die in one shot. And it's going to be a little bit hard to really absorb the concept that Tschorchiboy, who pulled off a very, very good rush of infantry, is about to get kicked out of the tournament. It's very, very scary. Infantry moves slow. Let's speed this game up. He's actually going to try and secure middle. Is that it? Is that his plan? I think it is. All the while, Matra VTSI in the distance, going to shoot at things. Single squad trying to get through. And we have a 2-point here for Tschorchiboy, trying to stay into the game. He also needs to refuel some things. He could, if he could refuel these wee cells, just needs to get a supply truck out. He could very easily get back in the game. All the while, we have Bentguru slowly moving these Matra VTSIs along the map. He knows where the command armor is now, so he's going for it. And looks like, yes, Tschorchiboy is actually going to go for something even crazier. I believe it's going to happen. Another command armor should pop out eventually. And then actually going for artillery. That's weird. And that's actually really weird. That's actually game losing weird. And try and eventually take middle. I mean, we're only 17 minutes in the game. The game is basically reset. But we have Bentguru microing some wee cells, some modders, and a mutt. Command armor, this is the cheap one that dies to one shot. And there's the one shot. It is Gonzo. Tschorchiboy, out of the game. He's a relatively high-rated player. He looked to be very prepared for Bentguru. He kind of knew what was happening there. He just didn't really have the micro. Unfortunately, who's going to get rid of this guy? Who knows? I should note there's still 5 rounds left in the tournament. So, I mean, as the rounds continue on, we'll see more great players like Tschorchiboy challenging this guy, and maybe he'll get eliminated. All the meantime, my name is Troublemaker. This is the Wargame Cup, and I have round 5 coverage only at the Troublemaker channel, and possibly other ones. I don't know. I don't think anyone else is. Probably not. $5,000 on the line. 5 weeks to earn it. It's like the worst paycheck in history. My name's Troublemaker. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully.